Have you ever felt a phantom vibration in your pocket, only to find that your phone isn't there? Have you felt that compulsive, almost involuntary twitch in your thumb to open an app for the 10th time in an hour, without even knowing why? Have you noticed your attention span feeling shorter, more fractured, and your ability to sink into a deep task constantly interrupted by a nagging inner itch for the next notification, the next hit of information? This is not a personal failure. It is not a lack of discipline. It is a symptom of a profound and largely invisible transformation that is happening to all of us. We feel like our minds are being hijacked, but the truth is even deeper. Our minds are being remapped. Marshall McLuhan warned us that our technologies are not just tools we use, but environments we inhabit. Environments that are actively and silently reshaping our patterns of thought, our attention spans, and our sense of self. If you have ever felt that your own mind is no longer entirely your own, or that your focus is a currency being spent by forces you don't control, stay with me here. Because this video is your turning point to reclaiming your focus, your presence, and your own sovereign mind from the powerful influence of the digital age. If you are ready to become a conscious architect of your own mind, rather than a passive inhabitant of the platforms that shape it, I invite you to put your own device aside. Let us step outside the stream, turn around, and for the first time truly look at the water we are all swimming in. McLuhan's most famous and brilliant insight can be summarized in a simple story. Someone once asked a fish, "How's the water?" The fish replied, "What the hell is water?" The fish is so completely immersed in its environment that it is entirely unaware of it. The water is not a thing in its world. It is its world. McLuhan argued that we are exactly like that fish when it comes to our dominant technologies. We obsess over the content that our technologies deliver. The specific email, the scandalous tweet, the beautiful Instagram photo, the addictive video. We argue about the content. We are consumed by it. But in doing so, we completely miss the massive, transformative effect of the medium itself. The most important message of the television was not any single show. It was the way the television changed the family living room, changed political discourse, and changed our sense of a shared national experience. The most important message of the smartphone is not any single app. It is the way the smartphone has fundamentally dissolved the boundary between public and private, work and leisure, the digital and the real. The medium, the technology, is the water we swim in. And the most powerful forces are the ones that are so pervasive, they become invisible. His great call was for us to wake up and become aware of the water. Now, the immediate common sense objection is this. This is overblown. A smartphone is just a tool like a hammer. I am in control. I use it when I want to. It doesn't control me. This is a comforting thought, but it is a dangerous oversimplification. A hammer is a simple tool. It extends the power of your arm. It does one thing, and it does not fundamentally change your way of being when you are not using it. But our new digital media are not tools. They are environments. An environment is something you are inside of. It changes your perception, your behavior, your very sense of time and space. When you are on a social media platform, you are not just using a tool. You are inhabiting a space with its own social rules, its own physics of time, and its own value systems. Think of the invention of the clock. It was just a tool to measure time. But it didn't just measure time, it changed time. It created a world of deadlines, of hourly wages, of schedules, a world where time was no longer the cyclical rhythm of the sun and seasons, but a linear resource to be divided, managed, and spent. The tool remapped our entire reality. To say a smartphone is just a tool is to profoundly underestimate its power. It is an environment that we now carry in our pocket, an environment that is actively shaping our patterns of thought 24 hours a day. So how specifically is this new environment remapping our minds? First, it is rewiring our attention. For thousands of years, the dominant technology of knowledge was the book. The book trained our minds for deep, linear, solitary focus. It taught us to follow a single, complex argument from beginning to end. The digital environment, on the other hand, trains our minds for something else entirely. It encourages rapid-fire scanning, constant multitasking, and a perpetual hunger for the next stimulus. It rewards a shallow, wide awareness over a deep, narrow one. We are becoming magnificent scanners of information, but we are losing the patience and the neurological capacity for deep contemplation. Second, it is rewiring our identity. The environment of social media is a perpetual stage. It encourages us to think of our own lives as content to be curated and performed for a public audience. We develop what you might call a performative self, a carefully edited personal brand. This can create a painful split between our inner, messy, authentic self and the polished avatar we present to the world, leading to a profound sense of fraudulence and anxiety. Third, it is rewiring our very social fabric. It creates connection at a distance, but can foster isolation in our immediate vicinity. It collapses context, bringing our professional, personal, and public lives into one confusing, often chaotic stream. It flattens expertise and fuels tribalism through the power of the algorithm. This is not a moral judgment. It is an objective observation of the effects of the medium. This is the water. So are we doomed? Are we simply helpless puppets of our own technology? Absolutely not. The first and most powerful step is the one we are taking right now, becoming aware of the water. To see the environment for what it is frees you from being its unconscious product. The solution is to shift your identity from being a passive user of technology to being a conscious architect of your own mental environment. This is not about abandoning technology. It is about using it with intention, as a master uses a tool rather than being used by it. What does this look like in practice? It is the art of setting deliberate boundaries. It is the conscious choice to create time and space for deep, uninterrupted focus, just as you would create a sacred space for meditation. This might mean turning your phone off for 3 hours every day. It might mean deleting the apps that you know are designed to addict you. It means curating your information diet with the same care you would give to your physical diet. It is about asking a new set of questions, not what content do I want to consume, but what state of mind do I want to cultivate? And then choosing to use only the technologies that serve that chosen state of mind. You have now stepped out of the river. You have seen the water. You can never be an unconscious fish again. This awareness is your power. You are no longer just a passive consumer, your attention a commodity to be bought and sold by the highest bidder. You have woken up to the reality of the environment. You have reclaimed your right to be the master of your own mind. You now understand that your focus is your most sacred territory, and you have become its sovereign guardian. You have not rejected the modern world. You have chosen to engage with it on your own terms. You are a warrior of attention, a protector of depth, a curator of your own consciousness. Legends are not built by those who are constantly distracted. They are built by those who can command their own focus, who can nurture a quiet space within themselves where true, original thought can be born. You are no longer just a node in the network. You are the one who decides when to plug in and when to connect deeply and truly to yourself.